Hello, my name's John Bennett, I'm 19 years old. I'm an amateur filmmaker and have been inspired by Neighbours.
Neighbours, everybody needs good neighbours.
When Neighbours came along, I wasn't over keen at first to begin watching something like that, but I got drawn in and I've been watching it now for a very long time. I just think it's good to watch. I think it's a sort of therapeutic, nice thing to watch. It takes you away from reality and you haven't got to sort of overstrain yourself to watch Neighbours. Neighbours may not be realistic, but it's idealistic and it's not too far away from reality. It's sort of, you know, set in a fairly middle class to working class environment that we all sort of would like probably to live in, quite comfortable, not alienating at all. But I sort of like the way Neighbours is done, the sort of community, the niceness of it really. Nearly all the scenes are done in one street. Everything's very much together. They're all sort of intermingling in and out each other's houses. Anyone who's bad becomes good eventually in the series. I really enjoy that sort of sense of community that they brought across in Neighbours, and I brought that to my programme. In 1992, I began making a soap opera come comedy called Mabel and Beatty. It was inspired partly by Neighbours. All the people lived in this one cul-de-sac. We actually call it Don Pratt Village. It has the same community sense as Neighbours, and I've sort of had older characters in my shows, very outlandish, very boisterous, Eileen Clarks, Mrs Mangles, Harold Bishops.
You can help me practice my chat show, and we can have a little cup of tea.
And they're all sort of retired people living on their own, who sort of have this brilliant community atmosphere, get things going, have parties, make pop videos, all sorts of things.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
I play several characters. I write the scripts along with my friends. I'm basically the one in charge of everything. I film it, I edit it, I sort everyone out, I tell them what they're doing, get everyone together to make it. And what I want you to say is, "Oh, I don't like Beatty, she's still hiding under the wallpaper." I'd love to work on something like Neighbours. I'd like my characters to appear in Neighbours. I think they'd really sort of spice everything up, and I think it'd be brilliant if some of my characters moved in next door to perhaps Madge and Harold or someone. She was Des Clarke's middle-aged mother, and she arrived in Ramsay Street from Perth, and she was a highly humorous character who was very friendly with Mrs Mangle.
Nell Mangle and I cannot be compared.
No, you can't.
And I mean, the first time I actually saw her was when she caught Des and Daphne in bed together, and she didn't realise they were married, and she's like, "Desmond," sort of stuff like that.
It's only to be expected.
She's very over the top, very overprotective of the son. She wants the best for her son, but she's quite old-fashioned with her ideas. She doesn't believe in, like, sleeping together before marriage and things like that.
Desmond and his first girlfriend, Andrea, have gone to a film. I don't like this young lady. She is too sure of herself by a long chalk. But true to his word, Desmond was back home by 10:30.
While I was waiting at the boat shed.
Eileen Clarke went out of Neighbours in this country in the middle of 1989, shortly after Daphne's death. They had a very depressing storyline with her. When she got jilted at the altar, she became very depressed and she was on tranquilizers. And I think they did it partly because of what was happening to Mara de Groot, the actress in real life, because she was ill.
Come on, pull yourself together. Go to pieces now.
Look, why don't we go inside the house and I'll make you that cup of tea?
You can't go to pieces now, because Desmond and Michael and Jamie, they're all relying on you.
It's all right. Come on, you just need to lie down for a little while. All this worries worn you out. I'll phone Beverly and get her to come over.
I cannot go to pieces now.
She was I think she was a brilliant actress. Every time she came onto the screen, she had a presence that made you laugh. Whatever she did, I thought was funny. Eileen had been having singing lessons. She started having them with Clive Gibbons.
Where there's a voice like yours, there is joy in the heart.
Yes.
That joy must be shared with the world, Mrs. Clarke, and we are just the team to do it.
We?
Trust me. Put your vocal cords in my hands. I have a piano, and you can practice any time you like. La Scala.
La Scala.
Le Met. Covent Garden.
Well,
Forget the opera. Think about the musical stage.
Yes.
The hills are alive, Mrs. Clarke. What good is sitting all alone in your room? What do you say? The charge will be a bare minimum.
But then one day she went to the community centre and there was an old man playing the piano and she was singing away. But when she came outdoors, her bag was nicked by a girl on a motorbike and she was like shouting up the road.
Stop! Stop! Stop, thief! Stop! Stop!
shouted so loud that she lost her voice. And I sort of found it so funny because she's like going around and she couldn't speak and stuff.
What about the handbag? They get that back?
Oh, yeah, but they're going to have to keep it for a while, do those fingerprints and stuff.
And Kelly, what about her?
Well, she'll have to go before a magistrate. I don't know, they'll probably let her out on bail before the trial.
How do you feel about that?
Well, it doesn't worry me so much, but what worries me is Daphne's starting to feel sorry for Kelly. Oh, Mum, the girl is so young. Daphne's just being concerned.
I think, to be honest, there has been times with Neighbours, there's been too many young characters who have just not been humorous at all. And I think to liven it up and make it funny is a great thing.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry, Eileen, but you were still a little flat.
Well, why shouldn't I be flat? You were playing it far too low.
But last time you said I was too high.
That's right. Last time you were too high, this time you were too low. It's not my fault if you can't get it right.
Why don't we give it a break and let the others have a go?
Yes, well, I won't be long.
Eileen, it's pension day, and we all need to get to the shops before they close.
Well, the sooner you get it right, the sooner we will be finished. Come along, Leslie. Yes, that's the sort of emotion we need. Well, some people don't appreciate good music.